everyone, I'm Nick and welcome back to Sci-Finatics. Well, today we're talking about the sneak peek scene for Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 9, which is entitled Vox. Vox being Latin for voice, is going to delve into the voices and everything I'm guessing that Jack has been hearing in his head for the number of last episodes. He's been seeing roots growing all over the ship, he's been seeing red doors and all that sort of stuff. And we're finally going to delve into what is going on with Jack. And this episode, I'm guessing, is going to give us the answer to that. So we're going to have a look through that sneak peek scene today and see what that has to offer. Our next episode coming up next week. Geez, the season has flown. We've had 8 episodes. We've got the 9th next week. The season's almost finished. Geez, it's been a good season, and so many people are just sort of saying, oh, bring us more, give us more of this. This is exactly what we want. This show is the best Star Trek series we've had for so long. Let's continue it. Let's continue the Voyages of the Titan in this Star Trek legacy show that the Terry Matalis is trying to get up. So, yeah, we should all get behind that once Picard's finished and make sure that happens. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the sneak peek scene for episode 9 of Star Trek Picard Season 3 entitled Voice. Let's take a look.
So the vines are connections. Is that what you're seeking, a connection?
Yes. Many.
Hear me. Your truth. It's behind that door. Find me.
So Jack's saying he's seeking many connections. Many connections is what he's after. There's been some speculation in the comment section of various videos saying there are Borg nanoprobes floating around in Jack's system that sort of is making him yearn to be, I don't know, that sort of Borg, that Locutus side. He's got some Borg-infested DNA that's come his way courtesy of Jean-Luc. So what the seeking out of many, maybe, does this mean he's like yearning for the hive, the collective? Could be. There've also been theories floating about him being possessed by a par wraith, but I'm yet to see anything that might point us in that direction.
Will you let me open it for you? I promise.
Fear nothing.
Whatever we might find there, you will not be alone.
We will be together soon, Jack.
Yes.
I find it interesting that the voices that Jack is hearing are that of Beverly. Quite a few times in this season where we've heard the voices, they've been in Beverly's voice. That seems an interesting piece of the puzzle. And I wonder what Beverly's connection to the voices are, or why the voices are speaking through the voice of Beverly. Interesting. Gee, it's a long walk to the door. She's still going, Janice's still going. Didn't we kind of get this laid up in last week's episode? I kind of feel like they're really, really stretching out this moment. I think we kind of had Jack walking to the doorknob and putting his hand on the doorknob, and everything at the end of last week's episode. So this is kind of really kind of stretching out this anticipation, this moment. So I hope it's a good payoff. Interesting, we're seeing smoke and orange light and everything emitting from the other side of the door. Obviously the visions that Jack has seen in his head have been things like red clouds, sort of post-apocalyptic, destroyed cities and so forth that have been very red in tone. We've obviously got sort of smoke and everything, I guess, which fits with the clouds and the post-apocalyptic scenes. Although the lighting is a bit more orangey in its tone coming through the keyhole of the door. So I'm not sure whether this is a clue or anything.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Excuse me.
What did you see?
Tell me, what did you see? What did you see?
What has spooked Deanna so much? It seems like that she has had to make a quick exit. The tone I'm getting is that she's suddenly become fearful of her safety. Obviously, when she boards the ship in last week's episode, she says that she senses an overwhelming darkness and everything on board the ship. There's an old or ancient presence and everything, and she seems to have become quite fearful. But the question is, what has made her fearful? Obviously, Jack's very keen to find out what it is she saw, and we're very keen to see what she saw behind the door. Geez, talk about building it up. What's behind the red door? So hopefully we will get an answer in this episode, because it's been a long time coming. They've been stretching us out on the whole red door thing for quite some time. I'm almost surprised that they haven't expanded upon the imagery that we've been receiving from Jack's visions. Obviously, right from those first ones, we saw the red vines growing within the ship. We saw flashes of a red door. We saw flashes of clouds, or a post-apocalyptic kind of scene in one of the earlier episodes. But they never really expanded upon that in future. Normally, when you get hints dropped throughout the course of the season, the visions start to expand upon the vision, where you start to see different visions creeping in as well, just to expand upon our appetite for more hints. They haven't really expanded upon what Jack is seeing since the start of the season. It's been pretty consistent with the clues we've been receiving. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sci-Finatics yet, please don't be shy to do so. Click on that big subscribe button to stay current and up to date with all the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. As I mentioned in a previous video, over 80%, something like 85% of my viewership comes from people who haven't subscribed to my channel. So there's only about 20% of my viewership are subscribers. So please guys, it helps the channel out a heap. I know I know the YouTube feed does a pretty good job at throwing videos you want to see into your daily feed and everything, but it really does help content creators a heap by actually clicking on that subscribe button as well, just to let everyone know that you're keen on my content. So what do you guys out there think is behind the red door? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. What are your theories? What are your theories about what is going to be behind this red door once it is finally opened and we get to see what is behind it? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let's get the conversation started about that and see where it's headed in our 9th episode of Picard coming up next week. Guys, also be sure to check out my merch store. Star Trek t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, caps, you name it, it's all there. Great designs, pick yourself a bargain, and it supports the channel at the same time, so appreciate that as well. I'll be back soon with my next video. I'll catch you guys soon.